In the year 2600 BC, the story begins in the Kondak region. While the land prospered for ages, things changed when the despotic King Aton took control and forced his subjects into servitude so they could mine a potent substance called eternium. To acquire the power of a gigantic demon, Aton fashioned the crown of Sabak. A more elderly gentleman discovers eternium and is harassed for it by different slaves in order to be compensated by the ruler. A kid helps the man get free and conveys the eternium to one of the Lord's warriors. Rather than a prize, the elderly guy is stabbed and tossed off a cliff in place of a reward. The kid's dad pulls him away and urges him not to attempt to be a legend. The kid then gets the eternium from the trooper and escapes with it, yet is ultimately gotten and condemned to death. At the point when he is going to be executed, his body disappears as he shows up before the board of wizards, who pick the kid as their boss and provide him with the powers of Shazam. Notwithstanding, the legend expresses that the boss faced Aton and obliterated him and his royal residence prior to evaporation until the end of time. Kondak is now under the control of Intergang, a soldier of fortune organization. Adriana Thomas, a criminal who is now being sought, passes through a security-designated area with her brother Kareem, as well as friends Samir and Ishmael Gregor and other family members. The gang arrives at a cavern where Adriana is hoping to study and locate the crown of Sabak. Samir's body falls off a cliff as Kareem holds on in the van. After Adriana discovers how to obtain the crown, Intergang mercenaries show up and seize each of the three at gunpoint. The lead merc orders Adriana to hand over the crown while holding a weapon to her head. However, as Adriana begins to explore the etching in the cavern, Taith Adam, the purported boss of Kondak, becomes agitated. The mercenaries' attempts to pursue Adam are immediately foiled by their own swift destruction. It turns out that Ishmael is still alive since he is in charge of Intergang and wants the crown for himself. He orders the additional agents to find Adriana. Meanwhile, superhuman Carter Corridor/Hawkman addresses Amanda Waller about Adam's enlivening and the confusion he abandoned. She enrolls him to accumulate his group, the Equity Society of America, Maxine Hunkle/Twister, who have some control over wind and sound. Al Rothstein/Iota Smasher, who has a suit that can make him develop, which he acquired from his uncle, and Kent Nelson/Specialist Destiny, who wears a cap that picked him and gives him powers of magic. They take off to Kondak to carry Adam to Waller. While contacting the cap, Destiny sees a dream of obliteration and what gives off an impression of Hawkman being killed. Thanks to blessings by Horus, the Egyptian god of the sky, Black Adam can resist the pull of a planet's gravity. He butchers a large portion of Intergang prior to getting injured by a rocket made of eternium, which he's powerless against. One of the most captivating parts of Black Adam is the manner by which he appears to be so relentless. It's the reason the Equity Society comes to oppress him in Kondak. Frightened, a weapon of mass obliteration, if uncontrolled, could unleash ruin everywhere. Furthermore, true to form, Adam goes all in, hard-heartedly butchering Intergang individuals who infringe on his area while reminding the legends all trespassers, including outsiders like them, will be rebuffed. He is either debilitated to the point that he essentially can't gather his powers or winds up feeling an emptiness instead of the well of enchantment inside him.
We won't see him again.
Adam awakens in the room of Adriana's child Amon, who is fixated on superheroes and is eager to meet the hero of Kondak. Adam strolls through the wall and officially meets Adriana and Kareem, who makes sense of how the residents consider him to be a legend and defender, despite the fact that Adam says he is no legend. Adam flies into the city and sees a sculpture of the boss. Amon gets some Intergang mercenaries to follow him to stand out. It works, and Adam starts to lay into the mercs, which thus stands out of the Equity Society. Hawkman and Destiny leave their fly to save two mercs that Adam dropped before they pursue him. Adam fights the two preceding Tornado and Smasher enters the image. Notwithstanding their endeavors, Adriana faces the Equity Society and lets them know that not a solitary one of them tried to help Conduct the entire time that Intergang was dominating. And Adam is the main individual to give the mercs what they merit, however Hawkman doesn't think they should be killed to be dealt with. Adriana tracks down Adam and addresses him over what she has gained from the Equity Society in regards to Adam's actual story. Adam's showdown with Aton was supposed to be out of vengeance, and when he released his ability to kill the ruler, it ran wild and obliterated Aton and his powers. Yet an enormous piece of conduct. The wizards then, at that point, detained Adam in the cavern where Adriana tracked him down. The Equity Society appears trying to get Adam, yet he takes off after Adriana requests that he safeguard Amon. Ishmael gets to Adriana's condo and points his firearm at Amon and Kareem since he realizes they have the crown. Kareem battles Ishmael long enough for Amon to attempt to move away, yet Kareem is shot. The Intergang mercs pursue Amon until Adam appears to convey another beatdown. Ishmael gets Amon and takes off on a hover bike. Adam pursues them, alongside the Equity Society. Sadly, Ishmael get away. Everybody refocuses at the condo, where Destiny has watched out for Kareem's injury. Destiny additionally tells Adriana not to fault herself for Intergang killing her significant other. The group assembles two mercs trying to investigate them for data, however Adam attempts to compromise them for information. One of them says that Ishmael is made a beeline for a mine. Adam and Hawkman get into a battle subsequent to differing techniques for taking care of business, destroying their direction through the loft until they find the crown concealed in Amon's room. En route to the mine, Adriana and Typhoon attempt to interpret the composition on the crown. Adriana initially deciphered it as life is the main way to death, yet incidentally, she was perusing it topsy-turvy and that the expression is passing is the main way to life. Kent then, at that point, informs Carter concerning his vision, yet communicates trust that there is a method for changing his future. After showing up at the mine, Adam continues to cut down more mercs before they find Ishmael and Amon, the previous having been relying on Adam appearing with the crown. Adriana is compelled to surrender it for Amon's life, however Ishmael endeavors to shoot the kid at any rate prior to wearing the crown. Adam figures out how to fly quickly enough to get the shot, yet his powers detonate, broiling Ishmael to a fresh, yet Hawkman safeguards Adriana with his wings, Destiny safeguards Amon. And Smasher saves Twister from the impact. In the wake of seeing the degree of his annihilation and making Amon be injured, Adam attempts to take off. He is found by Hawkman and compelled to uncover his origin story after Ishmael had referenced the name Hurut. Adam makes sense that Hurut was the one decided to be the wizard's boss, however after his folks were gone after by Aton's professional killers, with Adam's significant other being killed. Hurut gave Adam his powers to save his life. Tragically, the professional killers hit Hurut with a bolt, making Adam become rankled and pursue Aton with no benevolence. Acknowledging he brings more demolition than assurance, Adam says Shazam and surrenders his powers, readily permitting the Equity Society to get him. Adam is met by Amelia Harcourt while the Equity Society watches out for Amon and gets ready to bring him and Adriana home. In any case, Ishmael is in damnation and is tracked down by the evil presences that name him as their hero and transform him into Sabbac. He arises as a huge red-horned evil presence and continues to raise a military from damnation to threaten conduct. The Equity Society attempts to battle yet is handily outclassed. Amon gathers together the residents to retaliate with him, in addition to Adriana and Kareem, while the superheroes show up at the vestiges of Aton's castle. Destiny safeguards Hawkman, Typhoon, and Smasher from entering, as he understands this is the means by which he can save Hawkman from passing on. Destiny fights Sabbac however utilizes his powers to contact Adam and inspire him to awaken and rise up out of his unit. He attempts to swim out yet falls oblivious. Adam sees a dream of his better half and Hurut welcoming him, as he accepts he is prepared to rejoin them. Hurut then, at that point, lets Adam know that it isn't his time. Adam figures out how to come to the surface and says Shazam to get his powers back. He flies back to Kondak, where he sees Sabbath kill Destiny. Hawkman, Typhoon, and Smasher advance into battle. Sabbath seems to spear Hawkman as he kicked the bucket in Destiny's vision, yet he has utilized Destiny's protective cap to make deceptions of himself to deceive Sabbath. With Hawkman's endorsement, Adam takes advantage of his can-do attitudes to battle Sabbath, finishing with him getting the miscreant by his horns and parting him in two, which likewise causes the undead to be cleared out. Adam heads out in different directions from the Equity Society, while individuals of Kondak Serenade long experience the hero. Adam decides to obliterate Atan's lofty position, promising to be the defender of Kondak. He additionally tells Adriana that Taith Adam is excessively antiquated, and that he will currently be known as Black Adam.